The war in Venezuela is currently loading as we are speaking right now. The United States had sent a few aircraft carriers to the Venezuelan region to position and wait for others to strike. Apparently, they are planning to strike military targets inside Venezuela. That is what they claim. The Venezuelan government, on the other hand, had sent an urgent request for military assistance and support to China, Russia, and Iran. It was a direct request sent to the head of states of these three countries. It was not something that was stated on social media or said during a press conference. Not at all. It was a specific request sent out by the Venezuelan president to Russia, China, and to Iran. Now, with this open, direct request being sent to these countries for military assistance and military aid, all of these countries will have to respond to the Venezuelan president. We're making this video right now. Those requested weapons and equipment are probably already in Venezuela. You never know. You know how the system works. All of this right now might possibly just be a formality. The transportation minister of Venezuela apparently was the person that personally delivered a letter to Vladimir Putin requesting for unspecified missiles and military assistance and engineering equipment to repair the Su-30 Mk2 fighter jets and radar system that was purchased from Russia by Venezuelan government a while ago. I also heard the mention of the North Korean leader, but that was not mentioned in the report I received. So, I mean, if you look at it on the real, there is nothing Russia and China will be involved in that North Korea would not come in. So definitely North Korea is going to be part of that game when it eventually begins. This war is finally coming to the backyard of the United States. The Venezuelan government they've asked for missiles, drones, radar systems, and aircraft parts to repair their previously acquired aircraft and to prepare themselves because of the ongoing tension between Venezuela and the United States. They claimed all of this assistance they are requesting from the United States is to strengthen their defenses because of the bullish tactics the United States is currently deploying against the country. Even the United States government, the Pentagon, confirmed this news that the Venezuelan government did actually send requests for military assistance and military aid to Russia and China and to Iran. Maduro personally requested for radar detectors from China, and he requested for radar jamming equipment from Iran, including hundreds of thousands of Shahed drones flying up to 1 kilometer, which is roughly about 600 miles at a time when they're flying. But looking at the distance between Venezuela and the nearest United States city, that is way more than 600 miles, way more than 1,000 kilometers. So my take is that the Venezuelan government are planning to launch these drones from anywhere closer to the coastline of the Americas country. Definitely, they've definitely planned this out. They planned something out because they will not be requesting for these drones for no reason. And I can guarantee you those drones will not be flying from inside Venezuela to whatever target inside the United States because the distance is way more than 1,000 kilometers from Venezuela to the nearest United States city, which is, I think, Florida. Cuba, yeah, from Venezuela to Cuba, the drones will fly up to Cuba, but after Cuba, I don't think the drones has any chances of going past Cuba based on the distance they can fly. So they have a different plan. I know something have definitely been planned. Maduro, if I call the name right, is planning and moving fast to protect his country against the United States invasion. This attack can happen at any time, any day, any second, because the United States is fully loaded and they are stationed waiting for orders from the Al Capone himself. The Trump administration claimed they made the decision to attack Venezuela because they are planning to destroy military installation inside Venezuela, and that strike can come at any moment in time. Ladies and gentlemen, something interesting is happening, and if you ask me, based on everything that is happening right now and based on my own experience, okay, I will tell you, I doubt it that United States is going to launch strikes on Venezuela. Now, when I mean strikes, like deep inside Venezuela, now I could be wrong by 1,000 of miles away, but I'm just thinking, given the circumstances of things that are going on right now, with this request for military aid and support from China, Iran, and Russia, I think the United States is going to slow down. They would eventually do what they have to do, but they got to play very careful because these three countries are the countries I will call the United States' biggest enemy. And the fact that they know they can keep the United States busy at their own backyard to stop them from coming close to them, mark my word, they will do everything. In fact, they will give Venezuela the weapon they did not even request for. Because at the end of the day, United States is going to bombard, they're going to bombard Venezuela anyway. So these three countries might just take the opportunity to keep the United States busy and start using Venezuela as a proxy ground against the United States. For example, Ukraine. You see, so it is coming close to the United States, and I don't think Donald Trump is going to be foolish to actually fall for this trap that he had set for himself. He's going to think twice and he's going to think really deep. If missiles start getting fired into Venezuela, the whole of the Caribbean will shake. Believe me, trust me, everywhere will move because Venezuela is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Caribbean or Caribbean island country or nation. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I didn't even check the map. I need to check the map. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of interesting times ahead. Let me round up this brief update with the situation regarding. In fact, let me take my glasses off because I wanted to see my eyes when I talk about this one. With this threat Donald Trump had made against the Nigerian government, if they don't fix the issue of unaliving of Nigerian Christians, by any means or by all means, I'm happy for the news that this had actually gone to an international level. People are actually listening. But my question is, there are many other countries that have issues with, Christians or religion atrocity being committed. Why had Donald Trump not started with those countries first? We have Congo. We have Sudan. Both South Sudan and North Sudan, or whatever you want to call it, Sudan. Why have Donald Trump not started from those places? Why? Why is he coming to Nigeria? There's obvious reason behind that, isn't it? And I saw and I heard a lot of Nigerians celebrating this like something good. Please, this is a bad thing. In fact, it is a terrible thing. Don't celebrate because when the attacks start, Nobody is going to sleep. Nobody is going to be safe. Everything. Nigeria that is already divided. So could you imagine bombs start dropping in the northern part of Nigeria or in the mid-belt state of Nigeria? Biafra will rise up 100%. Believe me, mark my word. Biafra will rise up and protect themselves. They will take harms. The Hausas, well, pretty much we know that they're going to take up arms, start protecting themselves. The Yorubas will do the same. The Igbos, obviously, will do the same. And before you know it, we have different armed groups within Nigeria. And how are you going to deal with that? And then before you know it, the main cause of the problem will disappear out of the window. And the narrative will change. It will become something else. That is how the situation in Congo started. Look where Congo is up till today. So if you sat there, you can eat at least once a day, which is bad. You should be eating 3 times a day, right? But at least you're having a meal once a day. You have a roof over your head. Even if you don't have a house, you can sleep outside comfortably without being afraid of, bombs or guns dropping on your head. And you think because you're angry, you pray for war? My friend, be very careful. Be very careful, because you see that one meal you have every day will go. Now you will not have one a day. You see, when you're able to sleep peacefully outside without being scared, you will not be able to do that anymore. Fathers will lose children. Mothers will lose fathers. Everybody will be displaced. Ask Sudan what is going on right now. Ask Congo what is happening right now. Go to Ukraine and ask them what is happening right now. Please don't pray for war. Don't pray for war. Do you think this is about the Christian in Nigeria? Really? Please behave. There are 2 things I suspect. Now, I could be wrong. This is my opinion and I'm going to express them. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe me. I have the right to express my God feeling, so I'm going to express them. The first reason I suspect is this is in regards to the Sahel states. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Nigeria is the best possible ground to attack and destabilize those 3 countries. Don't forget, Niger has the biggest land border with Nigeria. You cannot control the border between Nigeria and Niger. It's like the same with Ukraine and Russia. Massive borderline. And the second reason I could think is because of the natural resources. Why do you want to tell me that the same people that are sponsoring the people committing these atrocities are now the same people that want to come in and play the Messiah? Are you people even thinking? Does it make any sense to you? We know the people sponsoring these Islamic militant or Islamic terrorists in Nigeria. We know them. So why do you want to tell me the same people sponsoring them? The same people that built them? The same people that brought them to life? That created them? And now the same people that want to come and play the Messiah? Now get out of here, man.